Keep on this thing. Heavy is the head. I see the boat throwing. I'm too full with it. I gotta keep going. Kobe with the wins. You niggas just a no-win. You winning only cause of me. Let's keep the ball rolling. No disrespect, Slim. Where is your check, Slim?
Welcome back to another episode of the You Weren't There podcast. I'm, of course, your host at Mia Was Here. Please follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and, of course, on YouTube. Like, comment, and subscribe. I've got two amazing guests before me today. Walk Like Walt, Trilla K. I'm, of course, going to let them do their introductions, but we're going to get right into it. Walt, let's start with you, man.
What you need from once again, I'm Walt Like Walt. AKA Tequila Walt, AKA do not search my old tweets I have grown, AKA Child the Pavement, AKA the 5-time Crop Pot Champ. I'm gonna leave it right there. I'm not gonna go through everything like from there, but
please don't do your whole spiel.
Yeah, y'all can do my whole spiel. I can 30 minutes. But you said the intro and intro in what regards?
So like when you look at kind of how you got started in entertainment, right? As a whole, right? Because I know that you do like radio for like the Ravens. I know you.
But yeah.
Okay, that was a fire time in your life, though.
Oh, that was fun.
Yeah.
But I started entertainment at 12 or 13.
That's usually where people start. It's usually an early start. I went
backyard, the hot shop, and I saw titties for the first time. And I thought I'm gonna do this forever. And so I gave up on my rap dreams and said I'm gonna stay in the go-go band. And so yeah, I was playing the go-go band since I was 13. Played in YBI and they hot shit now. New Impressions for years up until I was like close to 24, 25. So that's like, damn, I was in go-go for a while. And from there, the transitioning. If you was in DC, the DC area for a while, you remember Dream and Love and all the other shit. You transitioned to the nightlife, figured out. I was on mic at the go-go band. Just give me a microphone here. Easy transition. Mm-hmm. And, from there, college, went to Hampton University, just trying to figure it out. Watch the podcast. Actually, listen to a podcast. Mm-hmm. Combat Jack. He did a podcast with Dame Dash. I was on the road.
Dame was one of the first.
Yeah.
I think we forget that. He was one of the first.
I was on the road, headed to Governor's Ball, where I was going to fight with an old man. And I was in Governor's Ball, and I was in Harlem. And I was like, this shit is interesting, bro. I can fuck with this shit. Like, it's a podcast. What the fuck is that? So I'm listening to this shit. I want to hear Dame Dash get interviewed. He don't like Cherry Page, but he's a Cherry Page ass nigga.
For sure.
He's just telling everybody.
But he always been like that.
He's just telling everybody business. Yeah. So I'm like, I'm gonna go ahead and look this up and do the connections from Hampton. Like my boys, one of my boys, like the DJ for Justin Bieber and all types of people I met through Hampton and then nightlife and then go. I was like, I know a lot of people, and they could seem like they hang out with me. And at that time, niggas
still true.
Yeah, niggas was drinking Hennessy heavy. And I was like, well, it's gotta be a challenge. So let's do tequila. Nigga, no one likes tequila. Now everybody likes tequila, so it's not even a challenge no more. Niggas just getting drunk. So yeah, that's how Tequila Talk started. Now it kind of transitioned when Jazz got here. We're doing another transition now with more people added on and doing. When you're in the podcast space now, so you try to figure out your lane, and you can't ever we got popping, blowing up with the sex humor clips. All right, that's cool. Now it's been a couple of years. Transition.
Gotcha.
You can't just keep at some point the ass eating jokes is gonna get stale. Mm-hmm. Feel me?
For sure.
So yeah, everybody. Just as I was saying, go to nightlife to this. Like everywhere, I just find a way to transition. The Baltimore Ravens thing was just kind of fell in my lap because I was working at Vox Media at one point, and then the owner, I got drunk with the owner. Did not know he was the owner because I was a fucking contractor. I was the only person supposed to be there for 2 weeks. I ended up being there for 3 months before the pandemic hit, and we was getting cooked like in the office. Hear me out. In the office, 5 p.m. on a Thursday
with your boss.
We're playing Mario Kart. On the screen, we're playing Mario Kart.
It's the best job I've ever heard.
Oh, nigga, they had beer and wine just in the take them. Like it's a setup. And throughout the day, you see niggas popping beer like that. And I'm like, this is like I could do this forever.
It's the best job ever.
Fuck COVID.
It's like having J's everywhere.
Like, bro,
just have one.
Yeah,
like,
bro,
take one home. Like
you walked in, they had all the cereals you wanted, coffee. They only had red and pink Starburst, the best one.
Damn.
What happened? Why you leave?
COVID. COVID hit. They're like, yeah, you a contractor. You got to go.
Sound about right.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, well, yeah, I lost that.
That
job.
does sound right. Yeah, COVID fucked up a lot of shit.
We all tried out a 40 Loco. We found it was a promotional piece on top of a refrigerator. We did not know what it was. It was in a suitcase. We kept everybody around my age and younger kept looking at the suitcase like, what's in that suitcase? So one day we got tipsy on the Thursday. They would bring in beer and wine on like literally ice buckets. And like, hey, we got Nintendo Switch. I'm like, oh, yeah, it's about to go down. So we pulled it out. It was like, we opened it up like, it was a 40-ounce 4 Loco.
What?
Not making this up. I'm dead fucking serious. It was a 40-ounce 4 Loco.
That's almost a 40.
Bruh, I don't know what flavor it was. And everybody looked at each other like, who's going to drink it first? It was original. It looked like it was an original batch too. The shit with the fentanyl.
Not the original. The energy drink shit.
Because the motherfucking shit was the suitcase was dusty.
Shout out for Loco. We got a sponsorship. Shout out.
Yeah, I've been paying this up, bro. So like I'm like, dog. We all looked around each other. And I think Bonito was in town. I call him Bonito, Bad Bunny. And so we like, bro. I like Bad Bunny. Everybody like Bad Bunny. Mm-hmm. And so fucking like a couple people going to the concert. And I'm like, bro, we all should do a shot of this 40 Loco. Like, I don't want to drink a lot more than that shot because I think my heart's gonna just burst. Because this looks like the original batch.
Yeah.
And we popped it. Crazy. And my heart was running. worse than that other stuff we talked about. It was way worse than that. And I was like,
it was worse than that?
Oh man, I was like, oh, I'm gonna die now. And that day I ended up at rest in peace, Fuegos. I ended up at Fuegos on a Thursday.
Man, I missed
throwing money like be in here.
What a fucking time, bro. Like that's some like to me, Fuegos is like really some DMV shit. Like you had to be in that filthy, greasy, nigga. I'm sure bed bug infested, amazing, wonderful strip club with the best, worst bitches on earth. Yeah. I mean, it was wonderful.
They were like, no phones. Okay, I'll be right back.
Yep.
Put that shit in my shoe.
Exactly.
I'm coming in my phone.
You got. Yep.
I got no videotape nothing.
It was. I think the first time I went to Fuegos, it was like chairs lined up against the wall, and it was like people fucking like up against the wall. That was my first time in Fuegos.
That's not like my first time at Sensationals.
Oh man,
that was a hole in the wall. That felt like a girl grinded on me, and my pants stunk so bad.
Oh god!
I was with my mom. I came home. I was like, "Where the fuck you been at?" I was like, "What do you mean? Like, what's that smell?" I'm like, "Nothing."
I definitely like remember being in Fuegos back when niggas was wearing white pants. We was, we was 18. We was corny. I'm so glad the white pants era is over. But we was 18. We was corny as shit. It was warm outside. Niggas wearing white pants. I remember niggas pants being dirty after the bitch did a lap dance. Yeah, like
if the pants not dirty, what you really talking
I remember the
bring Fuegos back.
I remember the house parties where niggas wear blue jeans all the time and have to use
on
the blue jeans thing. On the wall.
Yeah.
Always fine.
I take you back to when you was in high school and niggas was dancing with bitches on the floor. You remember that?
Niggas used to get
niggas like
freaky.
Literally.
Yeah.
The bitches dancing like that, man.
Be fair.
A time.
Yeah, niggas don't dance with girls no more, but at that time we were fucking young, horny with no access to porn on our phones.
Yeah, it was basically just dry humping. You know what? We're gonna get into that. Okay, so like this is perfect segue, right?
Let's introduce.
Exactly. This is perfect segue. I want you to get into your story, your introduction, and then really the first question of the day that I have is for you, and it's centered around that.
Okay, say that. So what's up, y'all? I'm Trilla K, big Trilla, not the little one, Northeast baby. I'm mostly known for DJing, but I got my start like behind the scenes doing like live music production. I really started in church for real. Used to sing in this gospel go-go band at this show called Merge with some old band members from XIB.
I know that. Yes.
I used to play the guitar.
Because we used to go to all the church go-go's. They used to have like Victory Ministries and stuff. Yeah, which is like right over here from me.
That was Showtime, man, right?
Yeah. On that band, like back in the day, I was in high school at the time.
That's crazy.
So like my mom had me in church all the time, and I always loved music. So I'm like, how can I do this shit? And that's how I started. So I started off singing in live bands, live go-go bands, live gospel go-go bands in school. I went to Elizabeth Seton. Shout out.
You went to Elizabeth Seton? I went to Good Counseling. Oh my God.
WCAC.
Shout out to WCAC, which is also where Stephon Diggs come out of with your disrespectful ass. But go ahead.
So yeah, my high school journey, live music. When I went to college, I was on some journalism, blogging shit. It was like big blog era. I went to college in 2012 to 2016.
For sure.
So I used to blog a lot. I used to blog for DTLR radio.
Oh, nice. So you would know Tej from that era too.
And so I did a lot of behind the scenes shit. That's when I used to like be at the festivals, Trilla, all that shit. And so I was
another time.
I was doing that shit. And then when I graduated from college, I started getting into like the live music venue scene. My first internship was with this brand called So Far Sounds. And then I started working for this company called IMP. So now I manage 3 venues for them, 930 Club, the Lincoln Theater, and the Atlantis. And then I started DJing after that. So and then I became an artist after that. So really, like,
I definitely heard a couple records with you and Bree.
Yeah. So we got some shit, but I really segued into like the artist shit later on. But I feel like that's why it was easy for me to like have a fan base, because I was already interviewing niggas. I was already journalism type shit. So when I came into the artist scene, it was like, you know what, you've been supporting us, like we're gonna support you, and it was so easy to just kind of get myself out there. So I've been DJing for like 6 years now.
Okay.
Recorded music for like 3.5, 4 years, and it's been a journey. It's been great.
Okay, fair enough. So like, I know you're never supposed to ask women this, right? But you're like gorgeous, and so I know you won't care. How old are you, Trilla?
I'm 30, big 30. Right. I'll be 31 this year.
All right, cool.
Big 94 baby.
Nice. Yeah. So I'm 91. Well, you are what, 85?
86.
Okay. Close. I was close. Yeah. Okay, nice. I was close. I knew it was somewhere in that range. You look good. I'm not gonna lie to you. Right. Little husky, but you look good. So listen. Hey, don't take your shirt off.
Well, you say it like 2 more times. It's coming off.
Keep your C cups to yourself. We're good. All right. So listen, right. So like we're all like 30s,
30 plus.
Right, 30 plus, right? I had a conversation recently, and we've talked about this a couple of times on the show, right? My nephew is 9. I look at the way he consumes music. First of all, I feel like music isn't really like an important factor in his life, which to me is very strange because I came up in the house of like your mama cleaning every Saturday. It's Anita Baker and Aretha playing while she's cleaning up. Every Sunday is church music until you go. I grew up in a Bible study on Tuesday, Thursday night service, Bible study before church on Sunday, and then Sunday service. So a lot of gospel music, a lot of R&B. So it's so much a part of who I am and like how I decompress from the world, right? When I look at my 9-year-old nephew, he doesn't really care that much about music, and what he does consume is probably like in 15-second intervals based on TikTok, right? So like when you look at kind of like how you came up on music versus how people are actually consuming music in clubs now, what's the difference?
Oh my God, the attention spans are so short. It's like niggas don't want to listen to projects now. The songs have shortened, like 3-minute track max. You're just gonna catch them. Like,
I hear that a lot. Nico on the Mix, he was on the show last week, and he talked about that. Like a lot of the artists that come into the studio now, they do not want to even do a song past 2.5 minutes.
Yep. So especially as a DJ, like I make music around that 2:33-minute mark. I really don't go too far over, but it's really the attention span shit. Like I think social media has shortened the music attention span, because when we was growing up, it was more like a soundtrack to life type
for
shit.
Sure.
Just consumption, and not really like this is a part of the experience,
right? And I think that that's the difference. Like I remember Ye used to say back in the day, like his music was kind of like the soundtrack for the times. Like it was a timeline of like what happened up until he dropped that music. And I agree with all of that. He really was kind of like our time capsule for what was cool in that moment. And we don't have anything like, the design of the projects, right? Murakami on, you know, Good Morning. Like we don't have that level of artistry anymore. And a part of that is because like there's no physical copy for music overall. Some people make vinyl, you know what I mean, for like kind of the nostalgia and people who really, really fuck with their music. But that's not really the way that we consume. That's a niche audience. We don't really consume like that. So we don't get that kind of experience anymore. But still, like Kanye has found a way to make the digital experience more exciting than it was, which also makes the concerts bigger. That nigga different. He different.
But he got the foresight for sure. Like, I don't know. Albums back in the day used to be more on some storytelling type vibes. Now it's just about the lit shit. turn us up, turn us up, turn us up.
Which I think changes everything about, because at that point, right, that changes how many songs we put on the album, which then changes how long those songs are going to be, which then changes, like, you don't have time for album fillers anymore, right? I remember like Donnell Jones records where, you know, like, this shit is never going to come out on the radio, but you still like I want to love you every night, every day. That's like some shit you listen to at night.
Like that no more.
Yeah, it's different. Everything is crazy about music. But too, like, have you noticed when you DJ, like, have you noticed like people turn up at a very specific part of the song, and they kind of, when that's over,
know the whole song,
right? That's what I'm telling you. That's really like what I'm noticing.
Like, niggas used to listen to projects over and over again and know every fucking lyric. Like, now, can I curse on you?
Yeah.
All right. Now,
fuck yeah.
People know the hook, the chorus. That's it.
Yeah.
And on to the next one.
Which is crazy. And what, like, you always on the scene too. Like, when you look at kind of like the best times that you had in the clubs, the best times that you had out, what's the difference in terms of like how the music relates to that environment? Because I feel like when March Madness came out, like, that shit was ridiculous. Like, that was a time I cannot express to you. Like, I almost died a couple nights when that record came out, for real. But when I look at like how we're consuming music now, and we're older, so the consumption level and the consumption type is different. But like, how do the clubs feel now that like music is consumed so differently, songs are so much shorter, the nature of that music has changed?
It would depend on the club.
Okay.
In the night, it always depends.
Okay.
I mean, you will have the nights where people want to hear B-side records. You have, if I'm at, I'll tell you this. If I'm at Rose Bar or 9th Street, don't give me no bullshit. I need Ice Wear Vezo, 4-2 Thug. I need this shit Future. I need this shit Trap the fuck out.
Right.
And for the ladies, I need Sexy Red. I need Cardi. Don't play no other bullshit, because niggas will look at you stupid. Like, you can't. The owner will come out and be like, "The fuck are you doing?" I've seen that happen. Like, I was on the mic with, I can't even say the people's name, the DJ, but he was trying to mix some shit up, doing some LL.
Was this loud?
Huh?
Was this loud?
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
Loud. No, it wasn't loud.
He type of nigga playing gospel set in the middle of Rose Bar and shit.
Like, LL Cool J.
Yo, not that
nigga.
They never.
I've never seen the owner. I've never seen. I don't know.
Don't you ever play me a song where a nigga lying about them calling him Big Ellie? They never called you that, motherfucker. They never called you that. You was never Big Ellie. Nobody said that. Jay, you was saying that shit too. Big Will. Nobody called y'all niggas that. I'm sick of this shit. Bye.
But yeah, nigga, like he tried to sneak in some LL. I've never seen. I know most of these clubs, I know the owner. I've been outside so long, and everybody did. At some point, DC and any other venue in the world, like, they see your face enough, and then now you have a microphone. Like, oh yeah, I remember him.
Yeah,
cool. So he's like, hey, that's your people? I'm like, nah, I mean, I just got here. Hey, we don't do that. We don't do that. Oh, well, switch that shit up, or you gone. I'm dead fucking serious. Certain places they don't play that shit. Like, nigga, it's a Saturday night, it's 12 p.m. I need that shit trapped the fuck out. But if you go to, in DC, so many different lanes. So if you go to, let's say, I'm trying to think of something. Rest in peace. What's my band? Velvet Lounge. You go to Velvet Lounge, nigga, I might hear dance music. I might hear this. Niggas having it's open format. Do the fuck you want.
That's
wild things too.
Start, man.
Velvet Lounge?
Yeah.
Don't give everybody a start.
And shout out to places like that, because there's not too many places now where people can like get their footing and get their start.
Like, they're not gonna boo you there.
Test their sound and figure it out.
For sure.
They at Velvet, they felt like everybody was figuring it out. They knew that.
Now it's take or break. If you suck,
it's a rap.
Don't get booked again.
And you know what's crazy though? Like, y'all say that about like the club and the DJ scene, right? But I say that about music. Like, I feel like when I was rapping, there was like such community. Like, there were places you could go every Tuesday, every Wednesday, every Thursday. You knew it was gonna be an open mic. You knew you was gonna get an opportunity to like show people what you could do. And I just feel like, just like in like the club and the lounge and the DJ community, like, we don't have that community in artistry anymore. And I feel like that's why the structure hasn't gone beyond like the point that it is now.
Fuck gentrification.
I mean, yeah, that helped, because I mean, the pandemic too.
Yeah, for sure.
Niggas couldn't stay open. Which, once again, I thought Velvet Lounge was selling coke or doing something. Because why were you still open?
Why the fuck would he say that?
They were doing something.
Cut.
Anyway, like, I look at these mattress places be open. I don't see no one in the goddamn. I never see them one in the goddamn parking lot. But it's always they doing another blowout sale.
It was open that whole time too. I've never seen so many tobacco stores pop up. Have you noticed that those have like quadrupled since the pandemic?
It's legal now. with weed.
And they all selling weed. That's where I buy my.
Like you sell weed. Oh yeah, niggas to buy weed. They gonna need tobacco, so they gonna need to
that
hold
shit.
up.
They growing their own now. Shit. Cheers to the tobacco stuff for buying that. Yeah.
It's like somewhat of a community, but it's just more so the ones that get pushed out the most are the people like my boy No Savage. Which I'm not dissing nobody like this, but I'm saying No Savage. My nigga KP. It's like that sound that the teens like. It's like when I was a teen, go-go was a sound. So we ain't like, nigga, if you want to be a rapper, they were like, nigga, you whack.
For sure.
You were corny.
For sure.
You're not gonna be hoe.
For sure.
I gave up on rapping at 14. Like I could rap in this go-go band and steal somebody else's lyrics, tweak them up.
Yeah, honestly,
and the bitch is gonna give me pussy.
That's the crazy part, right? So I started like 2014, 15. So this is like right after I got out of college. And so I felt like that was the time when everybody was doing it. And so you didn't feel weird about it. Like it didn't feel like this lame shit that you, because we felt that way in high school and college. Like this shit lame as shit. But by the time 2014 came around, it felt like, no, this is like a wave. And so there was community as a result because we were all trying.
I think it's I mean, shout out to God. He was one of the few ones that was hustling through the backyard days.
Gerard Street Garvey, man.
But
for sure.
Once Wale got success, it was like niggas like about 05, 06, niggas like, oh, I can rap. Niggas, no, I'm rapping. I know I'm in this go-go band, but hey, check out my mixtape.
But you know what a part of that is? A part of that is niggas feeling like they was cooler than Wale. Feeling like he was lame and like, well, if that lame nigga could do it. And it's like, nah, y'all don't understand that he's maybe one of the greatest pens of like a generation. Yeah. I would say that. And Wale's not like anywhere near necessarily one of my favorite rappers, if that's how you're gonna phrase it. But there is no denying the capability, the talent, and like what he brings on a pen.
I told people this. You can take your best whole verse. I'm not saying he's better than Hov. I'm saying you can take your best whole verse and take Wale's best verse. Don't put a lyric, just put them on paper. Yeah. And read one, you're like, damn, who's this nigga?
For sure. For sure.
And you're like, wait, who?
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Better than Hov.
Word? You taking Wale over Hov? She taking Wale over Hov.
I mean, hey, no, crack is whack.
Of course, I can't say that, but
and I'm D&B all the way.
I'm gonna tell you why, right? I feel like there was a time.
Let people know we're not dissing Wale.
We're not at all.
I think Wale would take Hov over him too.
Exactly.
Just in a contextual basis.
I get what you're saying, though. I feel that. I respectfully disagree.
In context.
I feel that though. But I feel like I listened to like No Hook the other day, like. And I just was like, nah, there was a time when this nigga was the best ever. Like, No Hook is one of the best verses. It don't matter who it was written by. It's one of the best verses I've ever heard.
I was on the stereo.
Please don't compare me to other rappers. Compare me to trappers. I'm more Frank Lucas than Ludacris. And Luda, my dude, I ain't trying to diss. It's like Frank Lucas is cool, but I ain't trying to snitch. Like the Nick, like he was ridiculous on No Hook to me.
The funny thing is, I'm like, well, I like what Hov did with Scarface. So I listen to Can't Be Life Today on the Stairmaster. I was like, this nigga, these niggas is the truth. What happened to these rappers like this?
Niggas got old. Yeah. That's what it is. Yeah. And also your experiences, right? Like you doing different shit as your tax bracket changes too, right? There are certain environments that you're not in. But you know what's wild? And I said this, I think, on a previous show. I feel like there was a time really like that Drake-Jay beef started because Drake was dissing Jay because he felt like this is disingenuous now. Like you're talking about this art and Basquiat bullshit and we don't relate to that. And now where is he? But talking about a bunch of bullshit that nobody can relate to anymore. It's funny how that happens to you when you talk that shit.
And Hov said in the verse, like, hey, Drake, I'm gonna tell you how they come coming.
Yeah.
He tried to give you the game.
He gave him the whole game on
He
fell
for everything. He fell for everything.
We already in there, but
12 years later, he fell for everything.
Yep.
Man.
Like, nigga, you didn't listen at all.
Not at all.
No, for real.
Like, silly rap dudes trying to distract you. And says no good deed goes unpunished. I'm not as cool with niggas as I once was.
Yeah.
I once was cool as the Fonz was, but these bright lights turn me to a monster.
That nigga be right.
Oh, cheers, Hov. That shit made me want to take a drink. Goddamn. Yeah, I take a drink on that. That nigga Hov was something special.
Hey, look, he tried to tell you. But, my man, he out here suing niggas, so it's all good.
He dropped the suit, though. He dropped the UMG suit.
The defamation suit?
Yeah. Well, wait, maybe no.
No, he dropped the first. No, he did.
I thought he dropped the one against UMG.
He dropped that one because you can't. Legal matters. He had to drop that one to put the defamation suit up. can't do both the same.
So the nigga who participated in the diss is
he's basically saying, hey, y'all push this record and try and push this. Hey, they say I'm not part of the culture because I'm Jewish. So basically anti-Semitic. Anti-Semitic.
Anti-Semitic.
Yeah, they're trying to say that. And then he's not saying Kendrick did it, but he's like, hey, you guys are pushing this record.
Let's talk about that for a second. Let's get into that. I feel like I have avoided this conversation because I have gone from such a Drake stan to like not liking him.
Before we go further, I want people to know I grew up off of Master P. My first album was MP The Last Dawn. I'm just serious. I mean, I'm a big hip hop. I was a big hip hop nigga. So Drake was my dude. Yeah. And when I first heard Kendrick, niggas like, no, he ain't gonna make it. He rapped too much.
I knew
too much rapping. I like, no. I heard Kendrick.
I knew from the jump, for sure.
I heard him on Overly Dedicated first. Before such a nigga like this nigga got it. And so I'm like, now seeing these niggas go at it, I'm like, bro, I kept telling niggas like, please don't. He's trying to. I love Drake. Like. I'm bumping. I want him. He made me so much money. The clubs are jumping.
For 10, 15 years.
You turn on the Drake record in the club, the girls
10, 15 years.
So like
the run was pretty.
So everybody keeps saying like, yo, you just a Kendrick stan. I'm not a stand up nobody. I can't even tell you who my favorite rapper is. I like a lot of rappers.
Okay, fair enough.
So like I'm purposes because right now I always knew this would happen. I was like, bro, if he ever tries this, man, this nigga will bury him.
Yeah,
it's gonna be very bad.
Which exactly
and
what
because
happened.
Drake sued Degrassi, I knew the suit was gonna come. He sued Degrassi because he was in a wheelchair and it was gonna look bad for his rap image. So he sued them to get him out the wheelchair.
That's crazy.
I never knew
he could look tougher.
I never knew that. No, I didn't know that.
He sued Degrassi because they shot him in the back and he was in a wheelchair. And
right,
he started
Jimmy. Wheelchair Jimmy.
He started his rap career, and if you look at Degrassi, the next few seasons he's on crutches.
Wow. Crazy.
That nigga.
I did not know that.
He's a sewer.
Holy shit. Okay. So
if someone watching, if I'm telling, if I'm lying, I don't mind being wrong, but he did too. We could pull. I wish I had niggas pull shit up right there.
No, that's crazy.
Start suing.
But you know what? When you say like always been a fan of rap, right?
Oh yeah.
So I think like my brother and my sister are a lot older than I was. So I really came up on a lot of like old West Coast shit. We had cassettes in my house. So like one of the first, I think, verses I remember was like Spice One from like Tales from the Hood. I think the first time I seen it, I was like 10. So it technically was old as shit at that point because it came out early 90s. But I remember Spice One's verse from when Crazy K was in the motherfucking room with the flashing lights with all the people he had murdered over those years. And I just remember like Spice's, because he was rapping as though he was the gun. And that was like the first rap verse I ever remember. I still remember that verse. I think it went, my gat screamed fire. The bullet told me, shoot that motherfucker. He's a liar. I talked to my 380 like a bitch on a stroll or some shit like that. That's like the first rap verse that I really remember. So I really I'm really a fan of like a great song, hip hop, right? And so Drake embodied that for so long. But here's the truth. Right. And this is where the problem is, because I think all the black people know this. And I think he's the only one who doesn't. Drake's still black. We count his dad. But I think you're the only nigga that don't know this. Right. The very suit that you're pushing against whoever for defamation is exactly what you've been doing this entire time. Like now that we know about all the sneak dissing, and when I listen back to 4 p.m. in Calabasas, if we suing niggas for defamation, then Diddy should sue you for that. Right? Like if that's how we gonna play the game, like when I listen back to, and we're not even talking about just the defamation, right? The original lawsuit, he dropped it so he could do something else. But when you look at that lawsuit, whose records were being pushed more than Drake's? I remember Drake being on gospel playlists on Apple.
He was on a bachata playlist.
For sure. He did have Bad Bunny records and shit though. But still, like, he's been on every playlist, every chart, every type of music that you can imagine, he's fallen on a playlist. So if anybody would know that shit is happening with you and G, it would be you, because it was happening for you. You benefited for the longest. And now all of a sudden that people are actually tapping in, because the cultural impact of that Kendrick record is not even something I'm going to take time to discuss here, because we already know. And that conversation has been had. So like, there's no person who knows anything about music that doesn't know. Nah, it was people pushing them records. But they was showing up. Like you was on my gospel playlist on my cleanup Sunday. You sure was.
And UMG, well, he's Interscope, UMG owns that, whatever, but that's too much to break down. But it's more so they are in business of making money.
Absolutely.
You were the breadwinner. Yeah. They think that people like this song. Yeah. It's like, oh yeah, okay. Yeah. Put money behind this. Yeah. Hey, this is it. This is it. This money maker. Sorry, bro. I'm mad about you, but hey, the ship is gonna go with you or without you.
And whatever initial push they gave doesn't change the fact that it was people that took it beyond that push.
The people pushed it first. It took the label heads, which most of them are old white men. But it's moving.
And that's
look at the metrics. This is the one. Hey, put that 2 million hit. Yeah. Hey, push this out. Sorry, bro. We gotta make some motherfucking money.
Fair enough. Real question. You think he gonna do it on the Super Bowl?
Yes. He can't not.
I think so.
I think that's what the suit is about. He don't want him to do it.
On the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Kendrick, I think, and just how Kendrick is.
Yeah, that A minor is gonna be his thing.
And just how Kendrick is with GNX, I think he bleeped out some lyrics that he had for Drake. He's done with it. He's gonna probably come out there, do 30 seconds, and probably wait to the A minor and move.
Yeah. Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's what or just say they not like us.
That's what I think too.
That's it. He ain't gonna. He's not gonna spend all day on that song.
I agree. And I think if you really listen to GNX, I think it's designed to be an arena-based album.
It is.
Yeah.
It's something that it's gonna be so big sonically. Yep. And I think I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I've been kind of disappointed with the Super Bowl performances. I know nobody agrees with me, but I did not think Usher was very good. And I didn't. I think here's the thing, right? There are Super Bowl performances that were near perfect. Bruno and Beyonce, near perfect. Beyonce alone, near perfect. Bruno and Aerosmith, near perfect. There are Lady Gaga, near perfect. Katy Perry, near perfect. The West Coast performance from Dre. Yeah. I'd say it was perfect.
Kendrick was there too.
Kendrick was there too, and he was the highlight of that performance, which is why he's very nervous about all of this that's coming. Yeah. Because Kendrick was the best part of that West Coast performance. He was. Without question. He was a real performer. He don't mind dancing. He understands entertainment in a way that Drake has still not mastered in a 15-year hip-hop run. Right? He's a better performer than you too. It's not just that the pen is winning a Pulitzer, that the records are all #1 now. It's also that he's actually better at this thing.
It's just
how to play the people better.
It's more so. I mean, and also it's that's not this. It's just more so he is. Drake can't perform, and neither can Hope.
Nope.
Hope will never do a Super Bowl. It'll be boring.
Yep.
I'm sorry. I love Hope. He was standing with his hand in his pocket.
You know what really makes Hove the performer is he understands the value of a budget.
Yeah.
So Hove puts a lot of big things around him. Production value, right? Short films, amazing, the best band that you're ever gonna hear, best musicianship that you're ever gonna hear.
But if you can't perform, you need to emphasize.
Yeah. So he knows to do that. So he gonna put a Beyonce budget on the show, and you'll still like it.
It was him and Justin too.
Yeah. Which was fantastic.
He knew JT gonna perform. For sure. I'm a hop out, do my lyrics, go right to the back.
For sure. I actually saw that tour.
Beyonce. Hey, we gonna do this.
I actually saw that tour at Rose Bowl.
Oh, sure.
That's
fine.
Flew into Rose Bowl. It's crazy because none of this worked out the way it was supposed to, but the concert was fantastic. I flew in to Hollywood for one day to go to Rose Bowl, to go to that concert on standby. This is when we was buddy pass and shit. You know, remember that was the time, you know what I'm saying? We had them buddy passes. The buddy pass did not come through effectively. And so I ended up in Phoenix for
that's happened to me
a day, and then Philly for a day, and then I was in Phoenix for a day, which was cool. I actually ended up meeting a couple of Suns players, and this is when Dan Marley, all y'all know basketball, y'all know who I'm talking about, was still working for the administrative staff out there. He just happened to be across the street at the restaurant that we was at. He gave us a tour of the stadium, so it was fire that it worked out like that. But just point being, you never know what situation you was gonna end up in with them buddy passes. But that was a phenomenal show. But for sure, Justin Timberlake carried it.
Yeah,
he's over smart.
He's
I'm not gonna dance.
Has always been smart.
I'm
on the run. Who was the star? His wife. Exactly.
He can play the strengths and weaknesses, and that's what matters.
Yeah, I think it's he's always been a little more savvy than other people. And even when he did, so the very first year of Made in America, remember that, right?
I was it.
First year of Made in America. So he did his whole set, which was very good, by the way. We think it's the end of it, and then all of a sudden, he brings, I hear la, 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 wait till, and Kanye comes out. And then Kanye brings out Big Sean, he brings out Common, he brings out John Legend. Man, it was man, that shit was crazy.
Next year was Dummy.
Even the year that
I think next year was Beyonce, right?
Yeah, next year was Beyonce.
Yep.
I want to say year 3 might have been Ye in the Black Yeezus era.
Like how you just have like you can just do anything. Like I got my wife on standby.
Yeah.
Like my wife will sell out a million tickets.
Yeah, for sure.
Easy. We'll make money.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
No matter what. and then we're gonna sell the rights to the television program now for another 30 million. Yeah. No matter what. And then guess what? And guess what?
My wife up.
Give me 5 years, my daughter gonna be doing the same. Give me another 15, so my other son and my daughter. Oh God, I'm so sick of this fucking family. Like they're so fucking perfect. Like, God damn, like that shit is annoying. How these two fucking talented bastards getting together to establish this rich, wonderful legacy with these gorgeous children. Jesus Christ.
Know your rights. As an artist, know your rights. Because I spoke on a panel recently and it was like a lawyer from Billboard on that show. And like a lot of artists be getting fucked over because they don't know their rights.
That's true.
For sure.
And niggas be rich because you know the law shit.
For sure.
You don't know that shit, you ain't making no fucking money.
Ain't no question. And I said that on a previous show, right? Like niggas be so amped to sign these deals without knowing you don't have a lawyer present, you don't have any legal representation. I tell people all the time that you having an entertainment lawyer is not the same as you having a music lawyer. The legalese is very, very different. And I say that all the time. And I know a lot of people who got fucked because they had an entertainment attorney who really is dealing primarily with television and film. And so he looking at your music contract and he doesn't understand what this language is saying. So he tell you to sign it. That's the type of shit that like you need to know. Not just to have a lawyer, a fucking tax accountant in a meeting to sign your deal is not going to serve you. You need a music lawyer who understands the legalese and also understand what your leverage is with the label. Are you getting an advance or are you getting a bonus? Those things are very different. In advance, you got to pay it back. And I said this on a previous show. When you look at the root,
repeat that again. You say real fast.
Okay, so
the advance and
there's a difference between an advance and a bonus.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Right? Exactly. In advance, you got to pay back, right? And also, not just an advance that you have to pay back. What's the interest on it? Record labels are really just very large banks with much higher interest loans.
Like
you could take out, you could take out $1 million loan at a credit union with a better percentage rate than you would get coming from a label.
APR.
25 to 26% is what you're looking at the label. You could get that for at this like national average 7-8%.
They be maxing out them expenses.
I'm telling you.
They be maxing that shit.
I'm telling you.
Out.
Did you really have to pay the lighting team?
Their job is to zero it out so that you don't make no money.
And most of it they write off on their taxes. So really what you're doing is you're footing the bill for everything for a label that filed taxes against that debt so that they don't actually have to pay any of it.
It's important to have a team too before you even go into talking about deals.
For sure.
Have your own producer, engineer, all of that. Because the moment they try to give you that shit, that's an expense.
That's what. And that's what people don't realize. You want the push of a major label in a concert, but if you book that show with that homie that you know is running and moderating that space, and you could sell out, I don't know, 10 shows at 500 tickets a night, you stand a better chance of making more off that than you do off a label that's charging you a $15,000 for lighting, and then $15,000 for sound, and then another $10,000 for background singers, and another $50,000 for the band. And how long did you have to tour with all of these people? So you pay that shit every night.
Jay making it like anybody who came from street economics to this shit, like you get all the back end shit. Niggas who's just straight up creative coming from Nepo baby shit, the industry, like that's cool, but like the economics behind the shit, Willow Smiths of the world. It is like
it's really not. You got to do your own research. That's for sure. That's something that like we preach up here, and that's kind of the point of the podcast, right? You weren't there. There are conversations that you're just not aware of, and it's important to have somebody emphasize like that shit to you, so that you don't make these kinds of mistakes. You talking $1 million mistakes. You sign that bullshit deal, and then how much control do they have over your deal? It's a lot of people from this area that had deals and then got shelved and didn't do shit with them. And they found other venues in order to maximize their talent and potential. And we proud of them people. But them deals is not what saved them. And they won't save you neither.
But not me play the opposite side.
Okay, fair enough. I'm interested because no one ever does.
Yeah, no, you gotta think about, I hear what you're saying. And I'm pretty sure some people listen, hear what you're saying, and they understand what you're saying. But if you're living in Kill at Will and your motherfucking got like fucking flies flying around your toilet, nigga, and you hungry, and a nigga come up to you with 500,000, you like, nigga, fuck it, I'll sign that shit. Give me that. Like, niggas, some people are at that point where it's like, all right, I know I'm fucked, but I need this beer for right now.
Look,
It's a predatory loan.
Yeah.
It's a predatory loan at 26% interest. And here's the thing.
From the hood.
Y'all niggas in the street making a couple dollars anyway. All that money that you wasting on Balenciaga and on Chrome Hearts and all that fucking bullshit, you need to be paying a retainer to a lawyer.
Yeah.
Because that's the one time you're gonna need one. Like if you don't have a lawyer when you go to sign that deal, because you have all the leverage at that point. If a label paying you $500,000 before you left your block, it means you already worth $2 million. If a label offer you $2 million, you already worth $5. So you thinking you getting this little piece when really they giving you pennies on the dollar for shit they gonna make millions off. Drake got a $400 million deal. That means it's $3 billion that he really is getting off of that. But the label is getting the majority. That's all we're saying. And we understand like it's niggas coming from nothing and they need that bread. But get yourself a lawyer.
Who works like in a live venue space and works with like a lot of labels running shit, knows how Live Nation do this shit, knows how the big labels do this shit. The label is getting 40 to 60% of the profit. Like if you're not doing this shit independent,
look at your margins.
Getting that shit off the rip, and you're getting paid the last. Like
I think, I also think like once you get your foot in the door, most people think I can figure it out from here. Like they just think, hey, bro, I just need something in my pocket.
And some people do.
I need something in my pocket.
Yeah. Future had
you say like, hey, they're wearing the Balenciaga shit. Look, we got boosters.
For sure. For sure. For sure.
I got rules.
But you know what? You might be able. You might be able to have, right? So like, you get it from a booster, right? So let's say like whole outfit, you might have paid from the booster. You might have paid $400 for the whole outfit, right? Whereas what it cost you like $2,000, right? So you pay $400. $400 could have got you one conversation with a music lawyer. It's not going to get you a retainer, but it can definitely get you a conversation so that you can realize at that point how much you might need this shit.
It's gonna get me bitches.
Niggas,
hey, to be fucked up. Hey, look, you probably haven't had a real nigga on here that's gonna talk like a real nigga in a long time.
Maybe.
Think about it. I mean, everybody gonna come and talk smart. I'm gonna talk like a nigga.
We need
a nigga from the block.
We need
hey, is this gonna get me bitches? This 400 gonna make me look fly, and I gotta hit the club.
And they play on that. They know.
Am I lying? Or am I lying?
That's the thing, though. The label knows that about you. Guess what? They also know about you. They know you probably gonna end up in jail. They know you haven't grown or changed since you left that block, and so you can get into the same trouble. And guess what? They know that you might end up getting killed out here. None of it matters because niggas sell more records posthumously than they ever sell when they alive.
Shout out to my boy Kevin Lyles Jr. They were hot. Like when Savage went away, they were like trying to do everything in their power to get this nigga out. He already signed. The deal was already signed. He had a single out. Cool, but like, bro, I mean, because I guess it was around the time with Thug and him were both like, okay, we can't. Fuck.
For sure.
We need people. Somebody, woman got to get out.
For sure.
They were really heartbroken. Like Kevin was like, because that's my boy. I don't know his pops. Never met his pops. So he never introduced me either. I understand why, but. He was like, yo, he was heartbroken, bro. Like he was like damn near like in shock. Like he was like, bro, hopefully we get him out. Like he was like, man, I feel like he's a really good artist.
But that's the chance that you take.
Yeah.
Like he like, I want him to succeed.
But you know what? Here's the thing, right? That's the chance that they're willing to take.
Yeah.
But they're willing to take that chance because of how huge it can become. All that like Thug was able to accomplish prior to that, I mean, it made them 3 years off worth it.
It did, yeah.
Especially for the label.
Yeah.
He was like
still eating off that shit.
500 million streams in while he was locked up. That's the point. Like they willing to take that chance on you.
I love Dirt.
Don't matter if you done fucked your life up for 3 years. They good them 3 years.
Like I said, nigga like Dirt. I love Dirt. That's one of my favorite rappers. He gone.
You think he gone?
It's a rap.
I'm scared.
The album that's gonna come out like the last Dirt album.
I don't want to believe it.
I don't want to believe that neither.
They all rap.
But I think he might be thinking that too, because he like setting up all his affairs. Got married, everything in his wife's name, so his kids good.
I know we call niggas crash outs and stupid. I'm not mad at one thing he did because someone killed my cousin. You want to kill him? Here's 50K. Kill him.
I ain't gonna say
I'm not gonna feel me. Like I don't know what to tell you.
Let's say for the record, we don't know that Dirk did that, and we're not confessing any evidence. We're not confessing anything in terms of guilt or innocence. All views expressed on the You Weren't There podcast are strictly those of the orator themselves.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah. You kill my little brother, I am going to murder you.
Okay, all right.
I will do. There's certain things you like. You kind of feel like, hey, you're getting locked up for it. Yeah, I see why you thought that.
Mm-hmm.
You kill my goddaughter, who's basically my daughter. Yeah, I go. I'm gone for life. You would never see me outside again.
Okay.
Just how I feel.
Like we all have some people, like you know what I mean. I'm crashing.
I'm like, you know what? If he crashed out, everybody kept saying slide for mine. Like, hey, you don't know, I already did it.
We all got some folks who crashing out for.
Yeah.
That's real. So I get that. Like
that's why I can't even say too much.
I can't get mad at him. I can't get mad at one thing they say he did, allegedly.
right.
I'm just like, hey, if it was me, yeah, you would
Fair
never
enough.
see me again.
Let me ask you a question, right? Because you do have like a show that, like, you know, you gotta kind of take a shot to get to like certain parts of that show.
Okay.
Okay. So like, do you feel like I feel like niggas is more drunk than ever before, more high than ever before, using more shit than ever before. Do you feel like that's contributing at all to like the rate at which niggas is crashing out?
That is dumb. No. Niggas is doing crack.
Niggas been doing drugs. Niggas don't know how to
Niggas was doing heroin at one point, shooting up.
They was fucking shit up.
We drinking alcohol and weed, but niggas was wild.
Niggas don't know how to handle it.
Okay, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Niggas can't handle the drugs no more.
Niggas, no,
Niggas been doing drugs.
it's a combination of for now. Back then, niggas could handle it a little bit, then they became full out.
The drugs was cleaner too.
Yeah, sure too. It wasn't stepped on.
Sure.
But I would say
okay.
now it's a combination of not getting any physical interaction with people outside the internet.
Big on that.
And then getting the alcohol in your system.
Big on that.
And weed in your system, and then you see somebody in person and you're like,
that.
why that bitch don't want to fuck me? Like, no, you watch my
Yeah.
porn. That's not how it goes.
Niggas are super horny.
And then two, it's like, yeah, a nigga might make a joke on you, but you never had a nigga joke on you before. Now you ready to
defensive.
switch.
You're defensive.
Like,
yeah. You're feeling
you never got punched in the face.
Mhm.
You never had human interaction before.
Never got beat up in a real fight because you've been in the house your whole
So
life.
somebody punch in the face, like, oh, he got that.
Yeah, I gotta kill
Don't
him.
know how to talk.
I'm not gonna fight him back. I don't know.
Both of them.
That's all.
100%.
Niggas
Social
the crash
skills
out.
have cracked.
Okay, so maybe it's not the drugs. Maybe it's like the level of like ridiculous horniness that you niggas
All
are
of
on
it.
now. Like you niggas
Crack
are
out,
ridiculously horny. Like seriously. Like
Because they be on the social media's lesson for bitches.
on the
They
apps.
talk to the bitches.
Niggas be acting like they don't
Then
be on the
niggas
apps,
not
but niggas be on the
dancing with
apps
the bitches.
for sure.
Oh, don't get me started.
I talked about this all the time. I talked about it last show. Now, part of the reason why
Look at
some
all the niggas.
Unfortunately.
I told you. I just threw it up there.
Leave me alone.
I just threw
Okay?
it- I threw it up.
I'm good. I enjoy my peace. Leave me the fuck alone. Don't slide in my DMs. None of that.
facts.
None of
Felt that. So let me ask you a question, right? Niggas be sliding in your DMs for real?
Yes.
What's the horniest shit you ever got in your DMs?
Oh my God.
You could tell me or you could take a shot.
So, this is kind of recent too. It was like some nigga from Chicago. He was like a producer, so I'm thinking we chatting on some engineer
Right.
artist shit. I'm thinking he about to send me beats.
Right.
He's gonna send you beats.
Type the beat. He asked questions talking about I want to see you fuck another nigga in front of me. I said, whoa.
Cook.
I thought we was about to talk about music, my nigga. So ever since then, like, I don't respond to DMs. Email me if you want some business, but get out the DMs. Don't DM me talking about we gonna work and then try to slide a play. None of that. Like, that should be weird.
Okay, fair enough. Let me ask you
And
another
I'm
question.
queer, so my mind operates like a nigga, even though I'm a woman.
Oh, so you like the ladies.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to box you in. No, you just
Yeah, that's why I say queer.
okay. Different respect.
But
Yeah,
so
have some
with that
fucking
being
respect.
said,
Jesus
like,
Christ, you're showing
I'm
your
not
age.
thinking like a straight woman. So when niggas come at me crazy, it really be wild to me because like I talk to women. So when niggas don't know how to talk to women, it just be like, what the fuck? Who
Yeah.
raised you?
Yeah.
Like,
Niggas don't even understand the concept of, I said this the last show. You niggas don't even bother to shower before you come to these functions. You come in here smelling like outside. You've been wearing these fucking clothes all week. This is the third time you wore these jeans in the last 3 days. A part of this shit is like you don't even understand the basics of like maneuvering through a room. You smell like shit. Don't come around people smelling like ass and thinking that they're gonna interact with you. What your breath smell like?
Dang.
When the last time you fucking flossed?
niggas don't floss.
Maybe a tongue scraper. All right, that's something I highly
I got a
recommend.
water floss, tongue scraper. I use the actual floss. Brush my teeth with the electric toothbrush.
I'm telling you.
Stop fucking with me.
I don't play with that shit. Braces and perfect teeth.
You wear.
I don't
Grill.
play that
You
game,
definitely
right?
gotta do all that shit when you wear a grill.
I don't play that shit.
Exactly.
Your teeth gonna be fucked.
You can't be putting no grills and eat a
Yeah, your
meal.
teeth gonna be
Shit
fucked.
in between.
Yeah.
God, don't
You got floss, get all that
For
shit
sure.
cleaned out.
Man, what?
So like
Also, nigga, hold on.
weird ass
Yeah,
horny
no,
DMs, right?
Nigga. Oh, you go.
No, go ahead. Let's hear that.
Let me hear
Oh, my shit's always lit.
We already know.
That's because people think you're single and you're not.
No, it's because of the show. They don't give a fuck. Girls don't give a shit.
Girls don't care if you're single or not.
Wow.
Nobody
gross.
cares at this point. Nobody.
Why do people care?
And they like, you married? Like, no.
Nobody
okay,
cares.
Can she fight? Like, they did.
Can she fight? They hit you with that?
That's wild.
Can she fight?
I never. No, she's a sweetheart.
Okay.
I don't know.
She was a wild ass nigga with a nice ass girl.
I think she would try. But yeah, I got DMs of girls. I had white pussy in my DMs once.
Like, how did that go?
I told her to make a video of her saying Black Lives Matter, and she did it while she was playing with herself.
So like,
and then I blocked her. It was hilarious.
You blocked her?
I'm not gonna fuck with her.
Yeah. The fuck I talking about, baby? That's the best shit I heard all day.
Like, what the fuck am I gonna do with this?
Black Lives Matter. Black bitch.
To that.
I love it.
Hold on.
Yeah. Take a sip.
I have women sending videos of them fucking other people.
Wow.
Like, I'm like, well, to me, this is porn. This is free porn.
Oh,
I'm
That's a lot.
Honestly,
Give me
that's
a little bit.
Not about to drink that.
Yeah, give me a little bit. I'm here low daddy.
honestly, I feel like it's really different with niggas anyway. Niggas don't care. You're gonna get like jerk off videos at with like no solicitation whatsoever. Like,
yeah, be in my DMs.
For real?
One I ignore.
Girls,
you only ignore one of them.
No, because one, I mean, they go to my request side. You go to that request side.
Okay, that's fair enough.
And everybody like, hey, daddy, if you like, hey, I see you. And I would post me lifting weights. Like, I see you, daddy. Or like, whatever. One, I followed back. I'm not gonna put this all on blast. I ain't gonna do it because I actually know the person. Mm-hmm. I thought they were fucking with me. Like,
oh, you thought he was playing,
bruh?
Oh,
he was not playing.
That's the worst.
Like I never seen. I didn't know Instagram had a feature where you could send a message and as soon as the person open it, it goes. It's called like a bomb. You open it and it goes right away. But I was a little tipsy, but I seen enough
that's
in that message.
Frog shit.
Like, hey, you want? I'll just come over, I can suck your dick type shit. I'm like, hey, bro, hey, I fought with you. I'm not gonna. I know what you. Hey, whatever you do, that's cool. I ain't on that.
That's very secure of you.
I like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna.
It's a lot of niggas that be
like, if he walked in here right now, I'm gonna dap him up, give him a hug. Like, nigga, you cool, but like,
it's because you're secure.
Like you a little, you probably a little drunk, a little horny. See me on the show talking about wild shit. Thought I was down with some things.
I should protect.
I know.
Other things they be seeing you on the interwaves and in real life, and they just be having these whole ideas chalked up about you.
You know what's weird though? I'm always like very turned off by guys who've seen you in real life in a personal setting, and then all of a sudden they're in your DMs.
Yeah,
that's the weirdest shit ever.
Talk to me in person?
Yeah, like get some nuts. Like,
come on, bro.
I'm actually much better in person than I am online. I'm a much bigger dickhead online. You don't even want to deal with me online. I'm an ass.
I'm probably not gonna reply.
Yeah, I'm a much better person to like actually converse with.
DMs I got was from a person that sitting next to me and said I was hella thick.
Who said that?
Someone, only one person
I'm
next
trying
to me.
To get thick.
I said that.
He's like, you got them thighs.
You fucking with
Am I lying? Am I
accurate? I don't remember exactly the circumstances in which it took place, but that's.
I had the short shorts on. Actually, one time I wore shorts.
Daddy
responded to the story and shit. He was hella thick. Well, first of all, Walt is hella thick. All right.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna say the other word.
I got hella
but he got exactly Walt butt fat as shit. Paul's like, that's not my fault. Like, what the fuck? This nigga come in.
Those same shorts. I was walking on U Street on a summer day, and the game was like, "Oh, I see you thickness." I was like, "You know it." Walking.
Leave that when I say it though. It's wrong when I say it.
Like, what am I do? Fight this man? He probably got the whole check is gonna whoop my ass.
But I tell you, hella thick and it's a problem. I say you hella thick and it's an issue.
I thought it was funny.
You don't know unless you do.
You is hella thick. Look at you. Boy, you busting out your shirt. I love it. I love it.
I rip these short shit. I mean pants. I rip jeans.
Okay, like you're getting close, but I like it. I like your whole situation. I do. So okay, so like very absolute wildest DM you ever got.
The dude wanted to suck my dick was pretty wild thing I got.
Yeah,
that's pretty wild. I mean, other than that, the white pussy got invited to an orgy on Thanksgiving week this past year.
But you've been to some orgies before, though, right?
No, I've been to sex parties.
I got invited to DJ an orgy.
Oh, that's very lit. What was that? Shadows?
I didn't do it.
You didn't do it? Oh, damn. I thought we had a story. All right, tell your story. Or shit going on.
No, I mean, there's a difference.
What's the difference?
An orgy, everybody is involved in having sex. The sex clubs or sex parties I go to, you don't have to have sex.
Okay, it's optional.
You can party or have sex.
Like where I go, some places I go to, the two places I went to consist here and there. There's a DJ, TVs, the game is on. There's a big ass room, like couches, tables. You pulling up. It's like, okay, cool, we in here. Gotcha. And then you go back there. Or I mean, the first time I walked in, I all right, I got like 2 girls with me. I'm like, bro, I'm not coming with dudes to a.
Yeah, no.
That's weird.
Very weird.
That's weird. It is.
So I'm sitting there and I'm like, all right,
Correct choice.
We pulling up, waiter come, we drinking, and I look to my left, this white dude getting his dick sucked. I'm like, okay, we here. All right, this was good. And then like you go to the back rooms, you see like the different little different little things you could do in certain rooms, like you got the glory hole, the female glory hole. You got the room for BDS. What's it called?
BDSM.
There you go. You got that room, the bond shit. Like you could do they got a St. Andrew's cross in there. You got the group fuck room.
It doesn't count.
You got the group fuck room, like a big ass, like 2 big shack size.
You can pick a room,
any room, and you got a solo room
Nice.
if you want to just you and.
And I'm assuming it's just like bowls of condoms just floating around there. And
Oh no! The first time I was in there, somebody was raw dogging a hooker, and I was like, "Bro, you are about to get burnt." I was in a group fuck room, and he was like, and I'm in there talking, like, "How we doing it right here?" I'm sitting like I was about to sit on the bed, and I was like, "No, I don't want to sit." The girls like, "No, they just switch sheets." That's why no one in here.
Okay.
All right, bet I'm sit down. So I sat down on the edge of the bed. Me and my homegirl right here to my left. Her friend standing in front of us, and it's like, okay, the music's kind of loud. One, they're playing T-Pain. That's my shit. They're playing. I'm fine. You were like, here we go. Bye.
yeah, buy you a drink.
Oh yeah, we in here now.
Sing
T-Pain.
Yeah. All time. That was a club record one time. Wow.
So I'm sitting here waiting. I'm sitting here just talking, and somebody busts through the door. Like the door's right here to my right, and he busts through the door. Oh, and he just throws the girl in the bed. And I'm like, okay, this is the group fuck room. Act like he been there, Walt. No big deal.
All right.
So 3 things that pissed me off about this thing. He was very eager.
Okay.
Didn't try to get it wet enough and jammed it in.
No.
Just jammed it in. Like,
Yeah. Was he white?
Foreplay.
No, it's all black. All black.
It's all black people?
One, I believe she was a hooker because she was dressed like Meg Thee Stallion dresses on stage.
Okay.
Man, he laughed. But I'm just saying, she was dressed like that, and it was like
we'll revisit that.
Like my nigga, it's winter. It was winter. Like why you like a wrestler, but it is what it is.
Feminism means that they're entitled to do as they please.
As you can, but 2 a.m. and you're dressed like a wrestler.
Idea, but the bitch could do it. I mean,
2 a.m. and you're dressed like Bianca Belair. I think you're
bitches. Listen, I only call you bitches because I don't know your names individually. But you bitches are allowed to do anything that you want. But
if I came here,
and I say this all the time because I am a born and raised church girl. Just because something is allowable doesn't make it beneficial.
One, we don't judge in that place.
Doesn't make it beneficial. We just saying.
If I walked in here with police uniform and I sat down like, I'm no
exactly. Exactly. You put on a whore's uniform. If someone assumes that about you, it's not completely their fault.
Yeah.
And she was having sex.
And also she was having sex. So
in a sex house.
In a sex house. It's true.
Things I had enough. But so he jammed it in there. One, that pissed me off. Like, why you? I'm like, all right, I don't want to look. Right?
Yeah.
Why? 2, he decided it's like how close we are. He was like, we're in two shack size beds next to each other. Besides, I'm gonna fuck right here. This guy's right here. I'm like, why? You can't just go. Okay.
Maybe his thing is like watchers.
And then he's trying. He's like,
yeah, he like watches. Yeah, that shit was probably more about you than it was about the bride. Now that I'm listening to this, yeah.
This is gonna sound gay. I don't care. His dick wouldn't stay hard, so he's pulling out and he's like, I'm like, bro, if you want to try to do this aggressive shit.
Now he liked Walt. I think that's very obvious. Like I think the women on the panel completely understand that. Yeah. Like he wanted you. Yeah, she was just a backboard. You know what? Here's the thing, right? And
he didn't see me until that second.
I'm gonna say this, right? I think there are a lot of men who love pussy but don't like women.
Yeah.
So like there are lots of men who really like they're using women almost in like a masturbatory kind of way. It has nothing to they're using a real life woman as a pocket pussy. It has nothing to do with you at all. So like I think that there are situations where men take that to the extreme and they just don't want to admit that they're gay or they're like they may not even know. And so like a situation like that is like, no, it just feels like it was more about you than it was about her.
Anyway, stay hard. I'm like, bro, if you gonna be this aggressive, like you better be knocking shit down. What's wrong with you, bro? We in the sex spot and you over here trying to jerk off and shit. Like, I think you should get your money back and go home. Like, I don't think you
had to pay for it?
Oh yeah.
How much is it to get into a sex house?
Paid though.
I dropped the
second question
because I get a big. Oh, now they have like a clerk. You gotta get membership and all type of shit. Yeah.
How would you go about getting a membership? Just curious. I'm getting
a gym membership.
We're having a fucking interview here. I'm interviewing him.
Just in case
like a gym membership. Just ask your name, email.
Yeah, of course.
They're gonna send you something in the email. Like
Planet
so,
Fuck.
yeah. No, actually, fucked up thing is that place I'm thinking of right now. Yeah, you ain't bringing no. It ain't no paperwork party. It's all the trust system.
Oh no. We're not moving on the shots.
You gotta put up with your own shit.
Yeah.
Also, I don't recommend anybody going looking for pussy.
Yeah, no.
You better bring your own pussy. Like don't come.
BYOP.
Yeah.
I mean, it's open bar too, but you still.
That's even more of a problem.
I had 2 girls with me. They charged me $100 because I had the 2 girls with me. And the girls.
So if you don't got the ladies, you probably got to pay a little bit more.
For me, yeah, I think he said my first time when I had no membership. For me, it was about like $140. If I came
for just you?
If I came in Dolly.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta scare away the niggas.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, for obvious reasons.
Because if niggas think it's girls and they're fucking.
As a woman, if I walk into a situation like this, not that I would ever walk into a situation like this, but if I did,
it's pretty fun.
And I see more niggas than women, I'm immediately uncomfortable.
You're out.
I'm immediately uncomfortable, which is crazy that's the effect that men have on things. Is that if you are in a situation like that and you see more men in that situation than women, you automatically.
Well, I think that's
it's time for me to roll.
Any situation like that I walk into in life. I mean, if I walked in this room and I seen 10 niggas and was like, hey, Walt, we're gonna do the interview. Like, hey, she about to line me up. Hey, if I go to a fucking club, I'm like, it's like 2 niggas.
But you know what? I don't feel that way.
I'm out.
Maybe that's just because like I'm horny.
Women.
I don't. If I go in a club and I see more niggas than women, like I'm excited. If I see more bitches in there, I'm like, ugh.
You in the rarity
tonight.
I think you are in the rarity of that because more women and men, they don't want to see a bunch of niggas.
I want to see the girls.
That's fair.
I DJ for the girls. It's all about the girls.
I want to see the niggas in the club. I'm not gonna hold you. If there's a bunch of bitches in here, like I'm.
You want to see niggas?
15 minutes. That's all I got for this shit, and then I'm going to get me some pizza.
Yeah.
You want to see niggas in there?
Yeah, because you got
like
think.
Jim Jones on the roof.
I want to see a handsome nigga with a haircut and a nice outfit, having a good time, having a nice drink. Like
with a haircut and
I said handsome. I said handsome.
Okay, you're right. I'm fine. I ain't handsome.
Period. Fine.
Come on now.
What's the word for old niggas that be what would we call the old nigga from Set It Off that paid Jada? What would you call the nigga? Debonair. Yeah, that's what I would call you. You a debonair. Yeah, you're a big old.
I still got it.
Nigga definitely too be old to be one. But you know what? I got a question for you, Walt. And this is a serious question, right? Sure. Okay, so because I heard you mention this like kind of in the beginning of the show, right? Is this a good place to be honest? Is this a safe space, right? So like, I really like Tequila Talk, right? But I was wondering personally, like, how far is he going to be able to go with that, right? Like, how many seasons can we have when you've kind of discussed like every sexual exploit, right? And I heard you mention like kind of in the beginning that like now you're looking for the transition. So like, what do you feel like that looks like for you like a year from now, like as far as that transition?
The show, it already started as a comedy show because I'm never going to be serious.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always going to have fun. I feel like life is too short. I've been to too many funerals of my friends to be here and be trying to preach that niggas. For me, my cope with comedy. So it was always a comedy show, deal with rappers and stuff like that. My idea was to make them to laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Like most, like I could talk about Trilla and all these other niggas I know now. I'm like,
for sure.
I want you to laugh. You ain't gotta be gangster here. So the idea, I mean, it did get into the sexual realm a bit. Shout out to my boys Learn Line for Philly. They kind of got us into that realm and it's kind of kept going viral. Like when we seen like 2 clips go 1.2, then one go 3.8 million. I'm like, oh shit, this is what we doing now.
Right.
Like, this is what we doing. We doing this is getting 1 million views.
That's fair.
So now it's like, all right. I always believe if you're doing the same thing you're doing for 3 years straight, the exact same thing, like the same format, the same font, the same, it's just gonna get stale.
Yeah. Right.
So it's been about 2 or so years of us doing that. So it's a comedy show. I feel like I don't want to get pigeonholed into just sex talk, even though I have fun doing it, making people laugh about that. But I know I'm funnier in other realms as well. So I found different segments, different ideas that we brought up using what we have in our space, which we have like a monitor the size of this goddamn wall. And it was like, bro, why don't we just throw videos on here?
Right.
Why don't we find a tweet, put that shit over here.
Right.
Let's make some shit more interactive for everybody. Make it an actual show, not more so of a podcast. Because I watch like Jimmy Kimmel and all them shit.
Right.
They do interviews for like 15 minutes, and then you see 50 Cent, I don't know, doing a Wordle puzzle. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So you gotta make shit a little bit more interesting.
Right.
Like, we can still have the sex talk like we do, but it's more so the show is tequila talk. We didn't say sex talk. So let's drink, let's taste some tequila. We're gonna still wild out because I know my humor is sex gonna come up.
Speaking of drinking, make sure you
what you saying 50 and like us all being in the 30+ club, like it's important to know when to pivot. Like just because the shit that you started with got you hot, like that don't mean that's what.
But that's just that's what got like
with everything. There must be evolution because if you don't like grow in whatever space that you're in, you automatically get left behind because everybody is.
Exactly.
I mean, like we grew. That guy's like 66,000 followers on and shit. Like, all right, cool. Our foot's in the door
for sure.
We hosted Brockton City twice. We did this. We sold out Union Stage twice. We did Howard Theater. Let's switch it up a little bit. Like it was funny. The event you was at with Rory and Maul, you know, very good, hilarious. That guy still wants to fight me.
For real? Let me tell you some bitch ass nigga. First of all, I'm gonna tell y'all this motherfucking story again right now. First of all, bitch ass nigga, if you watching this, fuck you, cause you was weird as shit. Let me tell you what happened. All right, tell y'all, give you a motherfucking recap. All right. I remember
a podcast event.
Podcast event, right? So let me give it to you because surely you wasn't there, right? So we're gonna reiterate for the people that weren't directly there, right? So Walt is my man. I like his show. I believe in him, and I'm a big proponent of supporting people, especially for things that I would like to do anyway, right? I ain't necessarily gonna go out and party like that. Ain't necessarily gonna be in the club, but I'll certainly go to a show at Howard, right? So Tequila Talk was opening for the Roy and Mal show. I thought it was fantastic. Went upstairs. I'm watching it from the top, right? They're doing a segment where they're like kind of asking people about the wildest sexual experiences that they've had, right? It's a couple of guests that have already gone. The stories are pretty interesting. There's a gentleman in a baby blue velour tracksuit sitting in the goddamn audience. I am autodidactic. I remember everything. Damn. So this nigga pulls up in a baby blue.
Can we acknowledge something first? He was already shit-faced drunk.
Was he? Now, see, that I didn't know because I'm at the top.
See, right? When we walked on stage, remember Jazz at some point, like, oh, you understand, me and Walt are good girlfriends. And niggas in the crowd like, don't call your girlfriend, you a man. But yeah, I'm an alpha man. I'm an alpha man. Shut the fuck up.
He was one of them.
And so he kept trying to heckle and make jokes. So I was like, oh, I'm going to make him my bitch.
Probably because he wanted to get up there.
And we invited him up there. We told him we bring the crowd up. Everybody stood up like him.
Yeah.
He kept talking the whole time.
Okay, that was why. Okay, that's amazing. Okay, because I'm like at the top, the top part.
He was throwing shit out there, and I'm like, I ignored a couple things. I went back.
You know what? Now that you say that, he was chirping a little bit. Yeah. So he chirping a little bit in the audience. They got a couple people come up. They tell their experiences, and then the baby blue suit come up. Right, for the purposes of this conversation, we're gonna call him Baby Blue Suit. Right, we don't know his fucking name. And fuck his name. Yeah, allegedly. Right, allegedly. Right. That's what he said. All right. So this is what happened. Right. So what's the club on New York Avenue? All the go-go bands used to be there. I can't remember the Aqua Lounge. Boom. Aqua Lounge. Boom. So the nigga is basically saying, right, as he begins his bullshit story, he comes up there and he talks about an adventure at Aqua Lounge, right, where he meets a young lady in the club, and all of a sudden they leave the club in his fucking Pinto or whatever this weird ass nigga is driving, and she proceeds to give him head in the car. That was his story of adventure.
Trilla, and
adventure?
No, it's what happens all the time.
Let me explain something. He was so drunk, he was very long-winded. We had time.
Yeah.
That story out.
No, it took him 20 minutes to tell that fucking
it wasn't
story.
awkward. He said, I'm the he got on stage like, yeah, if y'all don't know me, y'all know me.
Yeah,
I'm
everybody know the fuck I am.
I'm the biggest DC promoter.
I'm the biggest promoter. Everybody know me.
I'm like, and me, he don't know me, and like before me and Jazz were tight. Jazz worked Barcode, Rose Bar. I worked the clubs. Like, nigga, who's this?
Exactly. Nobody knew what the fuck you was.
And it wasn't Aqua. It was Vita Lounge.
What?
The 18 and up Vita. Not the joint over there.
I swore it was Aqua.
Not the joint over there by Park. But Vita, the woman that was 18 and up.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, he was talking about that. Like, nigga, you talking about the 18 and over joint? Yeah, you talking real predatory.
Exactly. Super predatory. First of all, nigga, how old was the young lady that you took from that particular spot? But this nigga took us 20 minutes to tell us a girl sucked his dick after the club.
Like, you know, us promoters, we get certain perks. You know how we do it. Hey, we do it like this. Hey, look, the girl came up on me. I was like, hey, you know how I'm going. Hey, so we went to my car. You know, I had the red Chevy.
With the rims doing the shit.
I grabbed the mic from him. I'm like, bro, you taking too long. We got
15 minutes to get to the Chevy.
I'm like, bro, this is a 15-minute point right here. We didn't get to the head yet. It was like, bro, they got get. He's like, I'm finished. And he started going in, and the crowd was getting restless. I'm like, yo, if you don't finish soon, I'm gonna get everybody to boo you. Get him back the mic. And he's like, yeah. So you know us promoters are like, hey, boo this nigga. They booed him, right? Hear me out. Rory and Maul, the only ones that heard this shit.
Oh my god.
Because they were on the side of the stage laughing. And I'm like, when he got booed and he said the head of the car, I'm thinking, all right, bro, get the fuck on stage. They heard it and say on the podcast, like, you'll see. You'll see. He walked off like, you don't see what you'll fight.
What?
Whoop you.
Strange thing is, the nigga got to do it with somebody in the audience who called him a bitch, and then ended up getting his baby blue suit wearing ass carried out by his feet. I ain't never.
She had the video.
His arms on one side.
Had the video. He got into it with one nigga, lost that fight. The security tried to break it up, trying to fight security. Security beat his ass,
and they
drug him out by his feet.
And
Roy Marvel on the show like, yo,
baby
this
blue
the first
suit
time we had a nigga fight at a pot.
But I got whooped. It wasn't just he got a fight. He got whooped. You could tell like by the time he got into the fight in the audience, like, oh no, this nigga's pilled.
Like, bro, but yeah, I remember that nigga said, you'll see. Like, all right, nigga, what am I saying?
He was the worst. First of all, you come to Howard Theater, put that shit on.
Like, he ain't say, I was like, man, he gonna probably say like,
I saw it was
Society, road barcode. I'll give you public land. Give me something.
The most mid club.
I'll give you Kazuza.
I might have gave him Amsterdam.
If you said Amsterdam, I could respect you.
I would respect you.
You said Vita. Where did the kids come into?
Yeah, nah.
Which is probably the only reason she left with him. Listen, young lady, if you're watching this show, call us. It's okay to tell your story.
That's wild.
You gonna say that midget? I'm gonna fight that midget. He gonna beat the shit out of me one day. He gonna sneak me at the bar. And the thing is, I tell niggas I tell everybody this all the time, especially the women that be out with me, because they're like, hey, especially in Baltimore. Hey, you that nigga be talking about sex? I'm like, yeah. Can I get a picture? I'm like, yo, if somebody really want to sneak me, you that nigga, like, yeah, what's up? I'm so loving. I'm gonna give you a hug. I'm gonna dap you up. I'm gonna take a picture with you.
Walt is very loving. And the more drinks you get in, the more loving it becomes.
You want a shot? You want a shot? You want a shot?
Walt bought a whole bar shot once he get drunk. I actually be very concerned sometimes.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, like you already were like, this nigga got endless money. Like,
that's why I'm like,
he done bought 12 shots.
That's probably how I'm good with West Baltimore niggas. I'm like, yeah, like two of them like, you that nigga talking about fucking? I'm like, yeah. And my boy Fred was with me. He's like, yeah, that's my brother, man. He from PG.
I love.
Oh, all right. Like, yeah. We going. That's why I got they hooked me up. They got me right. Shout out to Rich Grills. And he was like, yo.
Yeah.
I bought like, y'all watch the show. I watch our shot. Like, oh, it's your boys. I watch our shot. Like, yes, your man. It's like, yeah. Tell him he cool with us. Yeah. So every time I go to Baltimore, I tap in with them niggas, and we be outside. I'm like, yeah. And I'm gonna say the NBA player. He be rolling with us too. He's too tall to be out here doing full.
Which one?
Can we bleep shit out here?
Yeah.
So I'm like, you too tall to be doing fuck shit out here.
No, put the time on it. Anybody can see that.
Put the time stamp on this shit. Because I'm not trying to get whooped by that nigga.
Fair enough.
He's too tall.
All right. So okay. Let's do a lightning round, right?
All right.
You can answer it or you can take a shot, right?
Damn it, I'm
gonna start with you, Walt. All right? Lightning round. All right. You ready?
Ready.
Sex or head?
That's just context matters. But I'm gonna go.
Nigga, this is a lightning round. It means
sex.
Move quickly.
Sex.
Okay, fair enough. Trilla, sex or head?
Sex.
Okay, fair enough. Drunk sex, sober sex, or somewhere in between?
In between.
Okay, fair enough. Would you fuck a fat bitch?
Yes, I have.
How many? Multiple?
Can't count.
Absolutely.
Word?
Fat bitches, fat niggas.
So you like husky niggas?
Husky niggas.
Oh, now you husky, huh?
I mean,
Any other time?
No, Trilla like husky nigga. I'll be
Don't say
husky.
shit to me. Fucking time you call a nigga husky and get offended. And all of a sudden today,
Oh, you Trilla K.
Niggas, husky bitches, what's up?
You fucking with husky bitches?
Husky bitches give good head.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is that real?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Husky bitches give good head?
Great head.
Why do you think that is?
Head.
Is it just like the eagerness to please?
They like shit.
Because they fucking fat?
Please eat.
What?
I feel like
It's
it's a
true.
real eater. Like
She is a real eater.
that's what I'm saying. Is there like you think there's like an eagerness to
A
please you because she
real
fat as fuck?
It's just a lot. It's a lot of moisture.
if you know how to eat, yeah, it's just a lot of
Don't look at me like that when you say moisture.
boy,
You're fucking blowing me. Like I'm not looking over there no more.
yeah.
I'm
really-
really fucking big joint. Okay.
No, tell it. Go ahead.
I was young and I was trying out new ways.
Man, that's why I'm drinking on this show,
I
bro.
was watching, we were watching. I remember all this shit.
Trilla, what? Wait a minute. I'm gonna get back to you in a second. What you say?
Fat pussy be hitting.
All right, I just wanted to make sure I heard what I heard.
Yeah, fucking,
All right,
I
I've been here
fucking,
for a
you
long
were
time.
watching
I
the
know
Devil
well,
Wears
baby.
Prada.
What? And 60 pounds ain't changed nothing, baby. I still got it.
Yeah.
Don't get fucked up. I gotta put this shit down. Wait a minute. All right, go ahead.
We were watching the Devil Wears Prada. I remember all this shit. I was young, I was like 20 years old. And I'm thinking, I've been laying shit down for the last 3 years. I mean, it's 4 years. So I just started having sex. Fuck it. So I tried the position I tried on her with skinny bitches. So I put her on the side. And I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna slide it on the side and hit it. I didn't know it was in between the thighs, but the thighs were so wet.
Bruh, what fucking is
I'm like, man, I'm like, and she looking at me like,
I ain't gonna name no names. He's supposed to come up here tonight.
I'm like, yeah, I'm in it. I'm laying it down. But bitch, you ain't feeling it? And she's like, no, wrong hole. I'm like,
No ho.
No
wrong
hope.
hole. I like she was like Monique, like early Monique.
Early Monique,
Early.
not
So-
current Monique.
Yeah, early Monique. So I looked the leg up like, oh, okay, let me get over here. My fault. But the thigh felt good though.
Did it?
Wet
That shit
thighs
good.
save lives.
That shit was hitting.
Yeah. I'm definitely like,
I fuck that.
I definitely had a couple niggas like
Yeah.
they were fine. They arrived.
I mean, well, I still not it down.
Around, we still look like
No, we got to the light era. We still in the light era. We still
Still knocked it down. She was still trying it. Hit me up. I mean, shout out to you. I don't remember her.
Okay,
Look,
lightning round, right? Great pussy with a little odor or no pussy at all.
great pussy with a little older.
no pussy at all.
Thank you, Trilla. What the fuck, Walt?
But that's just because
Got to see it through, my boy.
Oh, gosh.
as as a queer woman, it's a little different. Like I can't just stick it in and hold my breath. Like, so none at all.
And I feel like even if you could do that, like there's no way to avoid like a stench down there. Because you don't
I'm
have,
like-
you don't avoid it as a woman.
Make
Like
it stank.
I'm a
If
Taurus,
if a nigga
sensitive,
need to hop in the
like,
shower,
like,
think it's
one of the
crazy.
senses is going off and triggering on some weird shit.
It throw me off
done.
mentally.
I got
Yeah,
it.
for sure. It throws me off
Yeah,
mentally.
Don't
That
throw
was
me
at
off.
the
When a nigga smell musty as a motherfucker,
Yeah,
like you
no.
go down there,
Yeah.
like
The only
I'm
thing that
done.
throws me off if the pussy here is as long as my beard.
So
I don't
that
give a fuck
brings
about
me
the
to my
George
next
Bush.
lightning round question. So I guess your choice would be shaved.
Shades were like a fade.
What shaved or waxed though? Because
Don't
usually,
matter. Keep it low.
okay. So you don't care as long as it's low,
Like don't.
like
I
down to a one
I
bar.
remember I bent the girl over one time and I could see the hair from behind. I was like, this is it. This
Yeah.
ain't it. It was like
That's
fucking
crazy.
like Don King hair popped out.
Let me tell y'all something,
I was like, damn, you know what?
and this might
And I
be
saw
the,
it through. I gave it 3 strokes. I was like, I got my Uber's here.
Not the Uber here while you.
I was like, oh shit, my Uber. I called the Uber. I got to go. My ride's outside.
no,
Bitch.
I don't play about that. Weekly wax, tip to toe.
I mean, it's up. I mean, I
Play
don't.
by that
I like
shit.
something.
You can think what you want about these sweatshirts. I'm clean as a baby underneath. Like, I don't play that shit.
Yeah, I prefer a low,
Like I
You
said,
like so you so fuck y'all like a one guard
little low, yeah.
down to the one
Little
guard.
guard, but
Like I
A
said,
little low
I
season
don't
with the deep
discriminate.
waist.
I don't
Okay.
discriminate.
I do, and I can braid it.
We can part the Red Sea.
So you're not doing like super hairy pussy. No?
I'm actually looking at images in my mind right now, and I'm like, braid stirred.
I don't give a fuck. My only problem is if a nigga got a requirement for the pussy, but his shit's wild. Like,
Yeah.
how
Oh,
is
no,
you asking me to
I
do
should
this?
clean
that
and
shit
your
up.
shit looking like that.
You trim it yourself or get a wax?
Oh, what the fuck?
You never got a wax before?
No, I'm
I
not.
feel
You seem like a wax
niggas
type
is
of
bald down there. That nigga's
You seem like a
whore.
very well put together person. It's not a.
If a nigga bald, he a
It's not a
whore.
diss.
You got the wrong idea about me. I'm not well put together at all. I'm full of chaos. I strive in negativity. I don't really.
Drive.
I don't. Yeah, I'm all chaos.
I like chaos.
I always think niggas like with the low cut season, with the deep waves,
Ooh,
with the all black fits and the fucking fair god hats and the grills and shit. Those will also be niggas that would be willing to maybe get a wax.
No.
No?
I have a thing called. Have you heard? Shout out to them. Have you heard of Manscaped? They have like the.
Yeah.
I use that.
Oh, okay.
Manscaped is
So you
cool.
manscape.
I do that.
Okay.
I can fuck with a man.
I fuck with a manscape.
I can't fuck
A
with
manscape is a
bald
requirement.
It's like
Yeah,
they
I
have,
don't like the ball
That's
shit.
They have
I don't
a razor, like a clippers for that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I can do that.
Okay.
Take it down,
Fair
man.
enough.
Because I don't want no girl when she's sucking my dick, pulling
Yeah.
out hair and shit.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, that's weird.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't like the.
I want you having fun sucking my dick.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
gotta have fun.
But also, like, I'm gonna say for me, I think I keep bringing up wax because I really don't like it. It makes it very harsh down there. Makes it very
I
harsh.
can't.
Especially like when
That
you're talking
underbone
about like
shit.
when you like start going for those lower areas, when
Yeah.
you start like moving to the goose, like that shit's like a razor. It cuts you off. Like that shit hurts. So it's really just about like the smoothness of the experience.
Yeah.
Because I think with women, when we like, let's say you shave, right?
Yeah,
You might be more willing to shave in another direction to
Yeah.
accomplish the mission. It's not great, but you will be willing to do that to accomplish the mission.
Yeah.
I don't think men think like that. So like you can shave in a way that like, you know, still keeps it smooth. It's not going to last for very long, but if you need a quick one, you can do that. Whereas like if you shave it as a guy or like even when you like cut it like kind of low with the clippers, it's like a sharpness to it. And sometimes it kind of hurts. And especially in the act of sex, like when you start rubbing, the friction really hurts.
Yeah, we're not doing none of that.
That's true. I mean, I always did. Like, you gotta see that shit through. But I'm not gonna lie, it's not the best. I actually would prefer like a hairier dude to a dude who was like had shaved it all and it had those sharp razor edges. Personally, I just think there's a smoother, like
experience.
Yeah, it's a smoother experience, even though there's some hair there. It's really about enjoyability.
Yeah, I'm a hairy person, so yeah, I can't do that.
I believe that.
And my dad always taught me like the hair traps funk.
That's true, for sure.
That's why I'm like shave it because the more hair, the funkier possibility.
Yeah, for sure. Which is why I'm
like
that shit.
Armpits, everything. I
can't relate to that shit right there. I'm waxed up. Like,
the armpits and everything.
I'm like tip to toe wax. I don't play that because I don't like that prickly shit for me. I don't give a shit if I ain't gonna see no nigga that week. Like I don't like how it feels.
Cactus shit, say that.
Yeah, I don't like how it feels. It sucks. And I feel like if I take a shower and I start to feel like the hair growing back on the lip, I don't feel as clean.
Yeah,
personally. It's really just like a personal thing. Yeah, I just like a nice smooth, like that's just what I'm on.
But no, personal hygiene matters. Like I could tell
for sure
real early if you got personal hygiene. If not, it's a dud.
Yeah, for sure. And that makes so much of a difference in like what you're gonna get out of anything. That's not just like pussy, that's not just dick. It's like you want to be showered, clean, taking care of yourself. If you walk into a meeting. You walk into like a label meeting and you come in there smelling like ass and yesterday. To me, like that's gonna make me less likely to even want to take this. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, like I say,
dirty nigga trying to make money with me. I'm like, bro, get your shower in, and then we get.
I said it last week, and I'm gonna say it again, man. So much of your success begins with a shower.
You know what? I get that because I met a real pretty young lady that was a singer one time, and we would talk. I spoke to her like, "Yo, you dope. What's your Instagram?" And she talked to me. I was like, "Ooh."
Breath was crazy.
Like, maybe it was her nerve.
Y'all think got halitosis for it?
That's what they say, but I don't know.
Maybe it was maybe you know what? Maybe that is the negative. The negatives are having a beautiful voice.
No, it's not.
Okay,
it's not.
never mind. I tried.
Honestly, like
water floss, electric toothbrush.
I feel like I only maybe kind of believe it because Nas said it, and I feel like what reason would he have to lie about something like that?
No, yes, he would.
You think so?
The one Nas beef when he was beefing with Hov?
No, but he said that way before that though. He said that before that beef with Jay. That like he because he said that he was talking to Beyonce before Khalid.
Maybe
I believe it.
She had a dead tooth. And now she got that fix. I don't think Beyonce's bursting.
Yeah, I just feel like to me,
don't ever disrespect Beyonce around me.
It would be so.
I got on me about that football player. Don't ever say anything about Beyonce around me.
Nah, no bullshit. To me,
at some point.
Yeah, maybe it was just that one day.
That much older than you.
Or she could say, "Yo, fuck
that ugly."
Or she could say, "Hey, your wime's racking."
You the baddest bitch. You would
get into that.
Or maybe
maybe
your breath
he
he was speaking to her like, yeah, I got this album coming up. I want you on it. Like, and she was like, yo, your beats are ass. And he was like, well,
Your breath is
stink. And now he being petty like a nigga that was trying to holler at a girl. And got
told somebody that if they breath don't stink.
Do you tell people though? Like if you're talking to a person, and we're not talking about like a person
I
that
will
you know.
discreetly tell her I hand them a mint, a piece of gum. I'll help them out.
You know what's wild?
And imply that your shit might not be
the
right.
worst date I've ever had in my life. I was hinting at that breath all fucking day and he never caught it. Like
that's a problem.
I told the nigga to buy gas. Like when we went to the gas station, told him to buy gum when we went in there. He didn't get it and I got mad and he just was like completely oblivious. He was kind of green as well.
Buy gum. I'm like, all right, condoms, baby. He fucking. You said gum, right? I'm gum.
That nigga was in my car. We wasn't doing shit. I'll leave your ass on the highway, boy. You need to have your own car before you get to making them plans.
And if you're not taking the implications, I'm gonna be like, hey, look.
So you're willing to be honest about that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I respect that. Well,
my
tell somebody if they stink.
So I'm gonna be honest.
No, not under any circumstances. Would you tell a woman she stink like you hit it? It had a little stench to it. You tell her after?
No,
never.
What?
Would you hit again?
I have.
Oh God, Walt. All right.
And I didn't do after that one. And she was a squirter, and it was like,
oh,
she squirt and it stink.
Oh,
Walt. Oh, I feel like this is a great place to end this show. Jesus Christ, Walt.
Hot dog.
Walt.
I love her though. That's my nigga.
Oh my God.
It was. I mean, the ass is fat though.
Okay.
No, bro.
Okay. Ask you a question. Emotional attachment, right? Because that's a little more when I'm on. Does that increase the sexual capacity? Does it make it better?
No.
Does it not matter?
It don't matter.
Okay.
You either a real fucker or you not.
Yep.
You gotta be a fucker.
You the same?
Yeah, but I'm a lover, so I'd rather.
I mean, it might feel better when you might
emotional attachment. Yeah. But if you're a real fucker, you're a real fucker. So
okay.
Yeah.
Apparently, I've been living my life wrong. I'm out here looking for love.
Yeah, you can live. I mean, but that's why you gotta love a real fucker.
Exactly.
What's a real fucker? Define that.
If you know, you know.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Because everything's different for everybody. Everybody likes sex in different ways. If that person's sex chemistry mixes with yours,
right?
You a real fucker. Like if you throwing that shit back, making it sloppy, woo woo. Just that 30 spitting in my mouth. I'm spitting in yours. Like, oh, you a real fucker.
You gotta read the room, play
I'm into
play,
that.
you know how to switch, all that.
Yeah.
For sure. Okay. Spitting in the mouth. I know you a yes.
Yep.
Word. Spitting in the ass.
If that breath is right.
If that breath right.
If that breath
for
right.
Sure.
Yep.
For sure. Spitting in the ass, slurping it back out.
Yep.
Spitting in the ass, slurping it back out.
You're talking about 8th grade shit. Keep on.
Oh.
Okay. So give me some shit then. Let's hear it, big dog. Let's hear it, big dog. Let's hear it, big dog. We asking. Don't back down now.
I ain't back down.
Shut your nuts at. See? I told you this nigga soft. Big, husky, soft nigga. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to close out the show today. We appreciate having our big, husky, soft motherfucking friend for life, Walt, on the show. Fucking shirt back on, Walt.
You have 2 more times to say it. Stop saying it.
I'm trying to see them titties.
Oh yeah.
Nah. Show us underneath. Nah, let me see this part. Let me see this part.
Big boy.
Yeah.
You want a big
It's cuffing season. To get a reason to get a big boy. To get a big boy. To get a big boy. Christina, close us out, man.
Nah, big shout out to you, Mia. Big shout out to Walt. Like, yeah, some real shit. I appreciate
you. Have fun?
You. I had a great motherfucking time.
Okay, that was my only goal today. Fuck Walt.
Good chat.
Fuck Walt.
Yeah.
Walt, now that you done put your clothes back on, let's get your socials and let's close out.
Oh, what you need?
Let me get your socials.
Oh, Walt like Walt on all social media. That's Twitter, Instagram. I don't have TikTok. Tequila Talk. Well, TikTok dead, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, fuck TikTok. They keep child banning me. Tequila Talk podcast. Don't even talk. Make sure you follow that on Instagram. Mainly Instagram. Got TikTok. TikTok's dead. And YouTube. Basically, subscribe on YouTube. See all the full episodes, clips, things of that nature. Come through. Watch us. We bring on as many rappers that we can. I hate it, but
I ain't got an invite yet, but that's okay.
I did invite you right there. You said, "Well, I'm gonna do it." And so, and comedians, artists, some podcasts from out the state. y'all fuck with us. I'm spending my first half of the season doing all Baltimore artists, I think, because fuck y'all in the DMV. Y'all don't like us. Y'all don't put us on no list. Damn. I ain't never made a list.
You're all welcome here.
Yeah,
feel me? Y'all don't invite me on podcasts. I'm fucking funny as fuck. I'm playing. No, we're shit. Chill Talk Podcast. We're gonna have some live shows and some events come up this year. We're gonna plan it out, but definitely please tap in with us. And we're starting our New Year's season. The new episode will be out in 2 weeks. So
okay.
Yeah, we're going from there.
Okay. Perfect. Trilla, you got an event tonight. What is it?
Oh yeah, I'm at Songbird tonight for We Go Out. Shout out Donjale. Shout out Uche. It's her birthday.
I love Donjale.
But yeah, we outside. We got shit going on like every week. We got next week we got Nino Page, T.O.B., Yada Yada, Big Bambino. Like
shit, I forgot about that. I'm hosting that.
Yeah.
I actually knew that.
Oh yeah. And we outside.
Shout to 12, shout to Yaya, shout out to all them. Yeah, definitely. T.O.B., you, Bree, right? Yep. DJ Tum Tum. Yep. Come on now. You don't know.
We getting this nigga been drinking. We getting him out of here, man. And of course, I'm your host. You can follow me at Mia Was Here, 5_. Make sure you follow the podcast on TikTok as long as we have it, as well as IG at You Weren't There Podcast. Like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube. If you agree with the fact that niggas should be getting their ass ate, let me make sure I hear that in the comments. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all continuing to tune in. Cheers to everybody, man. God bless y'all and good night.
Cheers.